Good morning in Trendez News Report. Today, I'm diving into the complexities of the recent events in Gaza, and my challenge is to provide a clear, unbiased perspective while navigating through the chaos of live coverage. In a tragic escalation of violence, Israeli forces have launched a deadly attack on a school sheltering displaced Palestinians in eastern Deir el-Balah, Gaza. The assault has resulted in the deaths of 8 people, with one more in critical condition. The school, located near Al-Aqsa Hospital, was serving as an evacuation center for those fleeing the ongoing conflict. The hospital, overwhelmed and under-resourced, is struggling to provide care for the injured, who are lying on the floor of the emergency department. In a parallel development, at least 9 Palestinians have been killed in the occupied West Bank as Israel conducts its most extensive military operation in nearly 2 decades. The raids, involving hundreds of soldiers and airstrikes, have been concentrated in the cities of Jenin and Tulkarem. Jenin, a city in the northern West Bank with a significant refugee population, has been a focal point of Palestinian resistance and is now under intense scrutiny by Israeli forces. The city's refugee camp, home to 14,000 people, has become a center of armed resistance, with groups such as the Jenin Brigades operating within. Israeli forces have imposed a curfew in eastern Jenin, preventing residents from leaving their homes as the military continues its raids and house searches. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Red Crescent Society has reported injuries in other areas of Jenin, including Al-Yamun, where Israeli soldiers shot a Palestinian. The United Nations has once again called for a humanitarian pause in Gaza to facilitate a mass vaccination campaign against polio. Despite the arrival of 1.2 million vaccines in Gaza, the UN has emphasized that it cannot carry out its mission under a sky full of bombs and strikes. In the West Bank, the situation remains dire. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia to address the escalating violence, which has already led to significant casualties and destruction. The Israeli military has closed roads and checkpoints, effectively isolating entire communities, while reports of assaults on medical personnel and the destruction of infrastructure continue to emerge. The ongoing military operations, described by Palestinian leaders as a war on occupied people, have drawn sharp criticism from international observers. Mustafa Barghouti, Secretary General of the Palestinian National Initiative, has condemned the actions as a violation of international law, accusing Israel of attempting to render Palestinian territories uninhabitable through systematic destruction. As the conflict intensifies, the international community faces increasing pressure to intervene and prevent further escalation. Trendez News will continue to provide updates on this developing situation. Subscribe to our channel for the latest news, in-depth analysis, and real-time updates you can trust. Don't miss out. Be the first to know what's happening around the world.